I'm trying to go away from 4th of July, honestly, and I don't know. The thing
you gotta do that now.
My girlfriend proposed sounds appealing. I think I might have to do that because I'm like, there's nothing else rather to do.
I wish I wasn't invited to that, so I don't fucking know what that is.
No, she just mentioned it she literally just mentioned it to me yesterday when I was talking to her. Like, literally. I didn't know nothing about it either, but I'm thinking I'm like, damn, 4th of July really is a month away. Like, I'm not thinking about it.
Your girlfriend, I said, I don't know nothing about that, so clearly I would have to make plans. I was saying,
it's your same girlfriend. That's what I'm saying.
You just said my girlfriend. I don't know who this bitch act like we don't got different sets of friends and shit, you know.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize
she just said my girlfriend is in the room. I was like, okay, you said your girlfriend. Okay, clearly I got to make something to do. Like,
I'm sorry.
The bitch act like she don't know 500,000 more people than me, you know.
Yeah, but they not all my girlfriends. Anyway. Open your phone.
Now she's trying to cut me off. Now she's trying to get Welcome back, y'all. You know, I'm not even. It's not that shit still on if they not. Oh, well, somebody come take them back down. Welcome back to another episode of CHRISSIE.
What is wrong with you? Go ahead.
Nothing.
We here.
I was in the middle of the intro. You fucking asked. I didn't even say nothing, but the intro. Little edges didn't see.
I tried.
I see that shit like Ashanti. Oh baby.
Ooh baby, shut the hell up, baby. Yes, baby.
Shout out to Ashanti singing right for me. I'ma get up, don't please. EMS.
I was laughing and went on the wrong pipe. Oh my god.
Please.
That's so dumb. Like,
I do the Heimlich. Shit, please.
The fact that I seen that shit done on my great grandmother in real life still scars me.
I was watching Mrs. Doubtfire recently.
That's why I don't eat that like that. And oxtails.
I know.
They said they was tender as shit.
But I love them doing so bad. I love me some neck bones.
She was eating her black eyed peas one day.
And she swallowed the oxtail bone, yeah. So that's why I showed you oxtails like that.
I had just happened to run in the house after being outside, running around, and just noticing she had water dripping because she used to have a oxygen tank on too. And I just noticed she had water dripping and she just couldn't talk to me. I was like, no, something not right. I was like 7 at the time. I was a very mature child. I was like, my grandma can't breathe. Yeah, she had water dripping from her mouth like she was trying to like keep drinking water so she could swallow it, but that bone was not coming out.
It was lodged.
I was like, my grandma's choking! Like in the middle of the street. And my cousin came over and he did that joint. That shit flew out. I said, I ain't eating that.
It's like how I was in Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes. When he had that shrimp court, when he did that spicy shrimp.
Ooh, Lord. Yes. Make it too tender. Slip down.
That's why I eat it slow. I suck on the bone. I suck all the meat off and then I spit the bone out and then I chew on the oxtail.
You an old ass. Like, you just so old. Why are you old like that?
So I don't choke on the bone.
What? Never mind.
I do the same thing with neck bone.
Welcome to another episode of CHRISSIE I am the authentic one.
And I'm the greedy one.
And together we are. To each his own.
Okay. The one time I eat me a neck bone, oxtail, bitch. Hello? Give me a pound.
Oh, you're hungry.
First of all, a pound of oxtails is not a lot.
I ain't gonna lie. I just said
the bone is added in. It's not a lot.
I just said it to somebody about muscle. Yeah. I'm like, a pound of muscle is
not a lot. Now, a pound of shrimp.
I need 2 pounds.
I used to tear up a pound of shrimp.
A pound of fried shrimp, yes, good.
Even fucking sauteed. Shout out to Pike Seafood. They used to be on motherfucking Washington Lane and Limekin Pike. Cause that shit used to be. I used to get a pike, bitch. I used to get a pound of shrimp and tear it down.
Was it good?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Saute extra butter garlic, old baby. Mm.
Oh, you was hungry.
I used to get a whole pan. I used to do it straight too. I used to love it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, welcome back, y'all, for another episode.
John, where that food at? I'm fucking hungry.
Oh my god, she ordered it 5 minutes ago. Oh my god.
I'm fucking hungry.
Hey, you angry bird. Come down.
Where that food at?
I can't with you.
All right, come on. Let's see. All right, come on. Let me focus. If I focus, I may not think about it.
So this week,
let's see what's going on in the streets.
What's going on? Oh wow, the real problem.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the real problem. What's the real problem?
All right. So the first thing that's going on into the street. So I came across this and I thought that this was like, whoo! It gave me, where is Maury when you need him? Right. This gave me a whole Maury episode. I swear. I want y'all to listen to this. So I called it Uncle Orphan. Okay. Right. Because I just want y'all to listen to the story. So listen, right.
Story time about how my 61-year-old mom ended up with a 5-year-old baby brother. I got coffee up in my car. Let's talk about it. Obviously, if my mom, who's 61 years old, have a 5-year-old baby brother, that means me, a 35-year-old, has a 5-year-old baby uncle. So a few years after my grandmother passed away, my grandfather started seeing a little lady friend. And we were like, we understand. You know, my grandma done went to glory. My grandma done went to meet him. Yeah, so we're like, you know, he's here. He's still alive. He need a little friend. He need a little company. But what's the harm in that, right? So fast forward to 2019, and that lady friend coming around the family, coming to family functions, we started noticing that something looking a little different about her. My mom was the first one to peep it because she nosy as hell. And she was like, you know what? I'm a woman with 4 kids. I've been pregnant 4 times. I know what a pregnant woman look like. And this woman look like she's pregnant. So my mom been with her nosy self going up to this lady, being inquisitive, like, hey, you know, you looking a little different. What's tea? What's good with you? And child, that woman ain't waste no time. She was like, yep, I am pregnant for your daddy. Excuse me, miss? What you say? So now our flabbers have been gassed in because we're like, ain't no way this is true. At this point, my grandfather was 77 years old. Sir, what are you doing? Get out these streets. The child, she confirmed it. We asked my grandfather. He confirmed it, and we're like, oh my goodness, this man really got a baby on the way. What the heck?
So the video is a little lengthy, but I'm going to stop it there. But I'm going to give y'all the rest of it. So y'all heard that, right? Mm-hmm. This woman is 35, 61-year-old mother. Mm-hmm. Her grandpa was 77. Mm-hmm. He was messing with this little young thing, somebody around my age. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. She got pregnant. Mm-hmm. Fast forward. Mm-hmm. Mind you, this video was this from this year. Fast forward, the baby is now 5 this year. Her grandfather died within the year of this woman giving birth. Nobody in the family wanted to account for the baby. The woman also died giving birth. Nobody in the family wanted to take the baby, so the baby ends up being an orphan.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
Now, when I first started the video, I said, where is Murray when you need him? Mm-hmm. But when I got to the end, I said, somebody call Tyler Perry, because this is a whole play. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is Medea's family reunion. Mm-hmm.
That's a
Big
lot.
Happy Family.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I know y'all used to tell me this all the time, Christine. This is what happens when you fucking with the movies.
But it's crazy because me and that girl, you know, we had something in common with her. We share the same dynamics as far as like age-wise with her mother. So it was like, why would you even have what's going on? What's happening? Wait a minute. But on top of that, I'm thinking to myself, I'm just like.
But they like, this baby ain't ours. That was his doing. If he died, no, she died. We not about to take on this responsibility.
But at the same time, it's just like.
That is still your relative, though.
Yeah. And that is
it's
the
unfortunate for that
part
child
about deciding to procreate. That your family now has a birth, because this is like, oh, y'all family, y'all not going to take.
I'm not going to lie. That woman, I wouldn't have went through with that pregnancy, having a baby by the man that old. She's insane for doing so. That 77.
Some people do. When I was,
that's a little too far.
When I was 13 years old, we had a friend. We were all 13, and her dad was 70 years old. 70 years old. 70. All his children were in their 20s and 30s, and we were 13, and he was 70. That's a big ass. I used to be like, yo, like, if my dad was that old, I don't even know if he could be able to, like, I don't know.
I'm glad he could still nut at 77, but again, as the carrier, as the young whippersnapper that he was dealing with, if I was her, I would not have kept that baby.
But just think about this. If it's somebody where it's like it's their first and only child, I can see why they would keep it.
Clearly, this wasn't his first child.
Not his, but as far as the mom. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it was.
Sometimes it do be.
And it could have been, but I mean,
Listen, I just got her in a situation that was like that.
It could. I feel like at that point it's by choice.
The mom was a few years younger than we are, though. Dad wasn't that older. Dad was around the age of a couple years older than your parents are.
He was an older adult.
Yeah, and the girl is literally a little bit younger. So it's just but it happens. That's my whole point. It happens.
That's not as far in age though.
No, it really is 30 years.
No, I'm talking about him being 60 or whatever. That's not as big. 77.
Yeah, but
almost 80.
Yes.
Almost 60
I feel like
is bad
it's equivalent to you dealing with
that's
someone
bad
that's
too.
in their 60s and we're our age. I feel like that's equivalent.
They got a longer, depending on health wise, they got a longer chance of living. 60 and 77 is still 17 years apart.
I understand that, but people die in their mid-late 70s, early 30s, 70s, mid-late 60s, early 70s.
Understood. I thought my 60-year-old still would have a few more years with my baby than my 77.
I don't know what gets the party going, but it gets it going though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We're not judging. We just saying.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying if it was me, I wouldn't have kept the baby. Now, I would have got a few other assets, but I wouldn't have kept the baby.
Okay. All right.
But she turned around to die too, so I guess that wouldn't have made it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry. R.I.P. Much love and condolences to the family. Hopefully the baby is somewhere safe.
Hopefully.
Because that's a lot.
And hopefully their families are healing in peace.
So speaking of healing families, this is another situation.
What are we doing?
So I named this situation going on Abandoned or Atrocity. There's a young lady who's 17 years old who recently graduated. Shout out to the class of 2025. Her mother made the decision not to attend her graduation because the young lady's 31-year-old boyfriend was attending the graduation.
High school?
Young lady, 17 years old, graduating high school.
No.
Graduated high school this year.
No.
And mother made the decision not to attend the graduation because the young lady's 31-year-old boyfriend was attending the graduation. The video is pretty lengthy, so I'm just going to give you guys some fact-based background information. Apparently, the young lady is popular or influencer like that on TikTok. Mm-hmm. The mother apparently talks about the young lady being disrespectful, already having putting the young lady out the house prior to the graduation because of her behavior, because she likes to be physical. She's physically aggressive, wants to put her hands on the mother, the other siblings, and so on and so forth. The daughter retaliates and says, I know you're not going to fall for that bullshit. Where was all of this energy where just a little while back, because her and her mom don't live in the same home anymore. Mm-hmm. I met up with her at a meetup spot, and we all went to a car show together. No, she didn't meet my boyfriend, but she knew he drove me there to meet up with her. She shows proof in the whole post. She shows proof of the video of the meetup. She's like, no, she didn't say anything to him then, but where was all the energy of I don't want to be around him and so on and so forth, with the reason that she's providing of not being at my graduation. Mm-hmm. The daughter is like, if she couldn't be at my graduation because she had my remaining siblings at home and she couldn't get here, then that's okay. But don't try to use the excuse or try to make my situation the reason why you had to come. So long story short, the daughter's trying to say that my mom never had a beef or issue about me dating this 31-year-old until now she's trying to make this a situation for content. Mm-hmm. So of course, there is many comments going back and forth about, of course, the age difference with the young lady and him. And mom was like, well, listen, she gonna learn one day. She don't want to listen to me. She never wanted to listen to me. That's why she don't live here now. And the young lady did say, like, listen, what y'all don't understand is this is my life. No matter what y'all have to say, it's still my life. I'm going to make the decision to do whatever I want. He don't put his hands on me. He don't do nothing that he's not supposed to do to me. So it's my life. I got to learn it on my own. She literally says that in the video. So, of course, this causes a big conversation. Again, because of the age difference. The young lady is 17 years old. Her boyfriend is 31. Her mom is not going to her graduation because of the situation. It's like, Mom, what are you doing? What did you do? What didn't you do? Yeah. It's a whole situation.
I don't know, but as a mother, I don't know, if I would be willing to be that easily swayed to not show up. I understand that there's probably a lot that we don't know about behind the scenes as far as like detail-wise, like the dynamics of the relationship, what's going on, the events leading up to the graduation, or like the how their relationship was or whatever, or what she was willing to share with her family, what they knew about him and her. But it's just like, as a parent, for me personally, I know how hard my parents were for me, so I'm just like, even with something that I'm doing that they don't approve of, it doesn't make them love me any less, because that's just what a parent feels like. It's like your child can do X, Y, and Z, but as a parent, you still just have that part of you just like, this is what I created and brought into this world. This is my child. It's like an unconditional part of you, but it's just like at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't think I would rather my mom had come and been in a separate section than my boyfriend, rather than her not coming home. Me personally. That's me personally.
That's what the young lady said. She like, at the end of the day, you knew about him and we've been together prior to this, so don't use him as an excuse as to why you're not coming. You could have came and sat in a whole different section. That 17 and 31-year-old thing, I don't know, man. I'm not, and of course haven't been the parent of a child who's a teenager and who's going to continue to be doing what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I unfortunately, especially in our Black community, when Black parents get to the point where they're not sure what else to do, they do, or they don't have any other resources of what to do. They do kind of, for lack of a better term, give up or let the kid do what it is they want to do. And it's like, all right, you want to learn, and I'm gonna be here for you when you do. When I'm gonna catch you when you fall, but I kind of wash my hands of the situation. Yeah, it's nothing. I'm no longer commenting or showing up in a way that my mom probably would have beat the shit out of me before she let me do some shit like that.
What you mean, like was she like that?
Yes, 17 with a 31-year-old boyfriend, bitch.
How long y'all been dating?
Like mama, exactly. Like this was by graduation. Like who knows? We don't know how long they've been dating.
You been dating, and why does he think that he's your boyfriend? Because he waited until you were at the age of consent. He's a fucking creep.
The young lady was shooting the video from his girl. She's like, I'm still in the Lambo. Like I'm still here. Like I'm not going here. I said, oh bitch, excuse me. He got a cousin.
Anyway. We're here because we love to be here.
Look, come to your big cousin. I got you. Come and talk to me. Once again, sorry. But yeah, of course, the people are up in arms. But I want you, give us, your feedback on how would you handle the situation as a parent. I mean, what is it? What can you do, if anything, outside of take the legality of the situation and filing charges officially? Mm-hmm.
With law officials, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Anywhere, what else we got?
You put Scamala Anderson?
Scamala Anderson, yes. Okay, so wait.
What is these braids? Am I on the right thing?
This ain't it.
Is this it?
No, this is not it. I don't know why.
No, look at my phone. Is this it?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. No, just read it from my phone.
Okay. All right. So, this is called Scamala Anderson. That's what I called it. So, all right. So, there's a story going around about this girl. And
her braids look like shit, but go on.
She supposedly,
I need them French fries.
Posed as a MAGA supporter to get funding. I'm crying. She posed as a MAGA supporter to get funding for her college tuition, and they wound up really giving her money.
So she got a bunch of white people to give her money?
Yes.
To go to school?
Yes.
But she was not a Trump supporter? I ain't mad at her.
She got a, she was pursuing marketing psychology. And she's debt-free in school thanks to the MAGA supporters because she pretended so hard that they wound up giving her funding.
I ain't mad at her. I'm not going to lie. I ain't mad at her.
That's why I named it Scamala Anderson, because I feel like that's the ultimate scam.
I ain't mad at her.
But the end goal was crazy, and she probably didn't even think that she was going to go to school debt free. She probably thought, you know what, let me just raise a little bit of money.
Through it was probably wild to have to fake yourself within that. But the end goal was, listen, I ain't mad at you, sis. I ain't mad at you. Cowboys $20.
What do they say about MAGA supporters though? Are some of them really racist?
They're as dumb as we fucking think they are.
Are some of them really racist, or are they unintelligent? Are they just...
No, it's about money for most of them, which is what a lot of race supporters, said. It's not about the... I feel like MAGA supporters are half and half. Not even half and half. I feel like it's 2/3 and 1/3. I feel like 2/3 of MAGA supporters support Trump because of the financial support that he wanted to give to those within a higher tech bracket.
With finances.
The other 1/3 are the racists.
They just don't like people that don't subscribe to
They just don't like people of color.
Because, they don't like people of color. Cool. Works for me.
So I think the 2/3, that's where she got her money from.
I thought that this was... I said, yo,
I'm not mad.
Honestly, this is really the generation
do you have extra to finish paying mine off?
Right. And this is the generation of scams. So she must have really sat down at the drawing board and be like, you know what, this is what I can do. This is what I can say.
You know how tactful that is?
Yes.
That's very tactful. I like her already. She need to be... Listen. She need to be on our team. You said she went for what? Marketing?
Yeah.
What she going to school for? We need that bitch on the team. Come and talk to me.
What's her name? We gonna shout
that
her
bitch
out.
is smart. What's your name, sis? They didn't put her name on here? They did not, but we're going to find her. We have to excuse me, we have to go it's not on this tweet. But when we go find the story, it'll come up. We'll find it. We'll have to Google it. Shout out to you, sis. Again, if you got a little extra left over, just let me know what you want to do. Please and thank you. Okay. Boss of the week.
Boss of the week. So boss of the week is youth athlete management. Oh my goodness. So oh my God. I'm sorry. I just have to be very unorthodox on this boss of the week, only because it's really funny significance with me and Christine. So me and Christine had a dorm together in sophomore year, right? And we had this neighbor that we used to really go to his room when his door was unlocked because he used to, I don't know, for whatever reason.
Hell yeah.
And let me tell you, this me and mama loved him. He had every snack in the land.
Yes.
And when I tell you one day we was hungry as shit and we wanted some waffles and we ran that nigga shit, we took his waffles. What else did we take? We took the syrup. What else we take?
But I said,
y'all stole my food. We was like, yeah. He was like, y'all good. It's cool.
This
nigga had a whole bin full of food.
Every snack his mama sent him, everything he had in that cabinet, I took.
And it's not that our mamas didn't love us and send us shit. No, it's just that
I knew
shit was
going extra. Like, I went over there days without you too, bitch.
Yeah. That was our man. So shout out to him, yo. I ain't gonna lie, Quan. Shout out to you. Shout out to our days in Upper, and shout out to you being where you are now.
Bitches are
he probably like, these girls are crazy. But he is now a youth management company for like young athletes. So if you are in the, let me see.
I'm surprised you stayed fit with all them snacks your mama sent you.
I'm crying. So if you are in the, I want to say the Harrisburg area, get with him. It's called JYH Management. They have an Instagram, and they are looking for young athletes to manage. So hit them up. And their their email is jyhmanage@gmail.com. You can also DM them.
I boy grown up, boy.
Shout out to Quan.
I used to do Oreo cookies, chocolate chips.
The Golden Oreos, peanut butter and jelly, waffle cereal. He had all kinds of shit.
Right next door, like you know how black folks is like your friendly neighbor, like not the neighbor next door, or whatever. It was like that, but we created the dorm system like that. Right, that was the first thing we asked the boy. You got some sugar, nephew? Yeah, those was the days. I really used to ransack his shit like a raccoon. You ever seen a raccoon ransack somebody's house on a ring camera?
A little bit.
A little bit. That was like me.
So listen.
He walked in one day and caught me. And he just kept walking.
He caught you?
Yeah, he caught me one day because he wasn't in there.
He wasn't in there plenty of times. I went in there.
Yeah, he right in there. And he walked in while I was in there.
And I'm like, oh, here go his friend and here go me.
Yeah, he walked in there.
Grande people.
I'm like, oh shit, what's up over there? He like, well, you good, but he was tired of shit coming in from class. He didn't give a fuck.
Shout out Quan.
As my mom recently said, let me apologize for the embarrassment that my daughter is going to be stuffed because she will eat you out of a house at home. Let's get into the topics. I am a my 600-pound life in a small body. I promise you. You know I have a fetish with watching that. I ever told you that? Mm-hmm. I have a fetish with watching that. I like watching them. I like watching the weight loss process. I like seeing them work hard for their goals. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I like hearing their stories because everybody has a different story as to why they got to that side.
How and why.
And how
they lost
it.
How
and why, getting to the stories and then losing it sometimes. It'd be crazy. And I just like hearing different people's stories. It's like, it's because it's a documentary, so I like watching it.
Period.
And the weight loss be amazing. When Dr. Now lay that fat on the table after he cut that bitch out, it'd be amazing how some of that skin and fat, how much some of that skin and fat weighs. She'd be like, damn. Mm-hmm. It's motivational to never let yourself get beyond a certain size. Even if you get like emotional management, get a little, life get a little stressful, you're like, damn, I can't emotionally eat myself into something. Because that's hard. No. It's easy to gain it, but it's hard to lose it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, shout out to y'all who going through that struggle though, trying to come down. Yeah.
It's a real thing. Emotionally eating is. I actually dated someone who was like that before. Yeah, it's a real thing, and it's a real thing for them to be able to acknowledge it and to be able to work, to be able to like not be in that position again.
Because the biggest thing is not acknowledging it, which is how people get to that size because they just continue to go without acknowledging what they're doing. Yep. Yeah. Girl. Shout out to those of you who on the mission or who on the journey.
It's a real life battle.
Yeah, keep hope alive. Keep going. Keep it up, y'all.
So the first topic is
we listen and we don't judge. Look at that, and Hercules. I don't know. Come on, because I'm trying to get through these fries.
Menstrual cycle edition. Let me tell you, I'm hungry as shit too. But let me tell you something. This last cycle that I went, let me tell you something. As a 30-something-year-old woman, let me tell you. Let me sit straight up. Let me tell y'all some shit about this. Men,
if you want to exit the chat now, we just gonna give a trigger warning. Yes, because as you just heard her say, menstrual cycle.
Let me get my shit.
This is right. We listen and we don't judge. The menstrual cycle edition.
Let me.
In case you did not hear her, okay. So if y'all want to exit the chat now, go ahead.
You know,
because we about to talk about some shit.
I had a problem when I mentioned to a healthcare provider that I felt like I was going through hot flashes, and she looked at me and told me, "Well, I don't know why you're feeling that way." How fucking helpful was that rebuttal? How fucking helpful was that statement at all? Why didn't you ask more questions instead of just saying to me, "I don't know why you feel that way"? Perimenopause is a real thing. I'm not saying I'm going through that, but maybe you should have asked more questions to see if that was the case. Because me reading and sitting here trying to diagnose myself on WebMD.com is not good. Bitch, I'm paying a copay for a reason. This health insurance
have everything if I keep reading WebMD.
That's what I'm saying. Like you go to your mind starts to go down this like spiral. Mm-hmm. You read all these symptoms. You notice every little thing is like, oh my God, I did that too, or oh my God, I felt that too.
You got everything. I said I fuck around and had everything reading WebMD.
Everything. Mm-hmm. But this edition, this, I think this is to be mentioned. I feel like since I've gotten into my 30s, my period has showed its ass. Now, I didn't
realize so many of us were going through a lot of similar things, and it definitely does change as you age.
And a lot of my friends who are closer to 40 are even crazier. The shit they have told me, I'm just like, I can't imagine. Not seeing my period for months and months and not having nothing wrong with me, not being unhealthy, all of a sudden something popping up is
crazy.
It's crazy to me.
Mona, shout out to Don't Call Me Regular. She just talked about that recently.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. Yes, she did. I love her. Yes, she did. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, so this is the period edition of We Listen and We Don't Judge. Let me just tell you, being in your 30s and being on your period is a roller coaster ride. Your period changes. Literally from the time that you are in your later 20s to your mid 30s, you have gone through at least 2 to 3 changes. I'm just telling you. Me personally, I know I have. Me personally. I know there's different things. And it might have been slightly different changes with like my symptoms, how early my period is coming on or anything like that. And I think a lot of that had to do with me leaving birth control right where the fuck it's at. Because my body was going crazy.
Meanwhile, on the opposite, birth control was one of the best things that ever happened to me because it eliminated so much. Symptom-wise for me. Like while I was on it, it eliminated so much symptom-wise.
I I heard so many mixed reviews about that, and then even
that just shows you how different we all are.
The way you was acting, yeah, a lot of women went through that, and they was like, after that, they didn't want it no more. Like, they was like, it was too much for them to go through this. I'm sorry.
And I didn't go through that the time after that, but that first time I got it changed, it was just
yes,
like,
you did. Me and Shakira watched you. Yes, you did.
I said the time after that, the second time I got it replaced. That was the first time I got it replaced. I said I didn't go through it the second time I got it replaced.
I thought you had it 3 times.
I had it twice.
Oh, bitch. I don't know. I just remember you was dying.
Yeah, that was the first.
I just remember
technically, where I got it in, and then when I got it replaced the first time, that's when I went through that, and then I got it replaced after that.
Yes.
I'm talking. That's why I said when I got it replaced after that, I didn't go through that. But yeah, that first time I got it replaced, yeah, I felt like I was fucking dying. And that's why when I got it replaced the time after that, I warned that bitch. I said, bitch, I almost kicked the last bitch in the face. Now I don't know what I said. That bitch.
I feel like some doctors
I told her. I said I literally told her what I went through, and I don't know how cautious she was already going to be, but I feel like she took extra precaution because I told her about my previous experience.
That shit shouldn't be like that.
In case you guys are confused, again, we're talking about, we listen and we don't judge. We're talking about IUDs. There's many forms of birth control. Clearly, the intrauterine device is one of them, aka the IUD. I was on the IUD for 12 years.
Yep, and I was a pill girl for 12 years.
And the IUD was my third resort. I went through the pill, I went through the patch, and then I went to IUD. The only reason why I stopped the patch was because it kept sweating off, and I didn't want it to be ineffective because during the summertime months, it was constantly sweating off my body.
The pill worked good enough for me. You don't want to get pregnant, take the pill. That's how I felt.
Well, you know how my psyche is with pills.
My skin was so sensitive.
That's the reason why I stopped.
Me personally, because I know people who had reactions on their skin to the patch.
Yeah, that too.
And I knew my skin was sensitive. I'm like, and that's your biggest organ.
Well, just because she can pop a fucking pill without a problem, like most people can, that's all right. For the 30% of us who have a psyche problem with smaller pills,
pill are this big.
No matter how big or small they are,
they're this big. They're this big, baby.
I was the same way with the child Tylenols. I've been like that my whole life. It's not a fucking joke. It's really not. For medicine, I still gotta take that. It takes me forever to take half a bottle of water to drink it. I'm like, that shit, I'm thinking about it now, and I just felt a pill hit the back of my throat and making me nauseous.
Grow up!
I don't like I don't like the way it feels. It makes me feel nauseous when that pill flip around. I always used to get pills lodged in my fucking throat. I'm like, I felt like I would fill my mouth out with water and try to swallow it, and I would still
like
always
maybe your
get pills
tonsils
lodged
are
in my
so large
throat.
because it's like a pill is
Or maybe
maybe
small. Oh no, tonsils. You say I was thinking about my esophagus.
Big.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
They gotta be.
Because I'm like, I always get a pill lodged in my fucking throat, and which is why it fucked me up. I'm like, I had a problem always as a kid. It was that's what will fuck up my psyche with taking. So that's why I wasn't. It's not that I didn't want to take. If I could take a pill every day, I have no problem remembering taking a pill. It was the psyche.
There's a difference. There's a population who just simply can't take pills, and there's a population who just like they can't remember to.
Oh yeah, that wasn't my issue.
Yeah,
so that's the only reason why IUD was my thing. So I was on that. I was a pill girl. I was an IUD girl. Because menstrual cycles are different. Being on birth control eliminated most, quote unquote, of the average symptoms for me that I had as a woman prior to being on birth control. Like my cramps were never extreme, but birth control kind of pretty much eliminated abdominal cramps and ass cramps.
Woo! It feels like somebody is literally trying to part the crack of my ass like the Red Sea.
Yeah, it feel like somebody.
I'm so sorry to be.
Not to be graphic, but it feel like somebody going to. She said her ass taking my asshole and trying to go like
that
this.
That too, like the whole back of my body.
That's how the.
My mom was like, "Don't ever have kids." She didn't say don't ever have kids because my mom would love to be a grandma, but she was like, the pain you're going to feel is going to be different." She was like, because I had that same pain. It was all in my ass, in my back, in my back.
But what do they tell you growing up, right? That your symptoms that you experience during your cycle are similar to the symptoms that you would experience during pregnancy.
Yeah.
So why would you want to be pregnant if you felt that once a month?
Because after the pregnancy, they say once you give birth, your period does a 180.
It does.
In what nature? Come on, mother.
It's randomized. Come on, mother. Speak up. It's randomized, though. It's not the same.
Terrible.
Because we all different, yeah. That makes sense.
Growing up, and then when I had was like a little pinch. But then my last one, it kind of went back some, but also with age. Because I think we go through like 3 periods.
Yes.
Women go through like
Yes. I agree.
So I can't tell right now at this point.
Which one you win?
My last, for my son, or it's my age. My period is acting up now. It's not as bad as it used to be.
Mine's acting up now too.
Damn.
I used to be throwing up.
Literally,
Yeah,
like 6 months ago,
I
was probably about 5 months ago, 5 or 6 months ago when I was on my period. It was to the point where I was so nauseous, I was throwing up from my cramps, and I said I had to put some topical anesthesia stuff on my stomach and my back to calm my muscles down, because I'm like, I don't be wanting to take so many muscle relaxers. I know my heart is a muscle. Okay, yes. And I be trying to drink my tea too. I gotta get back into that heavy because I feel like natural. Yeah.
Try, but y'all know vinegar is a natural cleanser. So I just came through a week of having laryngitis, and actually before I came to record today, you know me, water, vinegar, and honey. Not even tea. Water. Hot water, vinegar.
Water, lemon, lemon.
Hot water, lemon. You can add lemon as well, but the water, vinegar, honey. If you don't have a lemon or a lime, it'll do it right by itself. Yeah. Of course, with me, I'm dramatic because I was coming off of having laryngitis. I just threw a full blown shot of vinegar in that bitch, and literally maybe about 2 ounces of fucking honey with maybe about 8 ounces of water. That's the only reason why y'all can hear me. No, straight vinegar. Vinegar is a natural. I love the smell of vinegar though. That's what's crazy.
I don't.
It's one of my favorite smells.
Like, you know how
like
salt and vinegar chips.
I love the way they smell. I love the way vinegar smell. I know I'm so weird. I like all the funky shit.
I like
gas
gasoline, but
and vinegar. I love the way vinegar smells. It is strong, but it's just like when it hits you, it's just like a. Ew.
I can't do none of it.
Yeah. She gonna say you smiling. I am.
I'm dead inside.
But it works though. Vinegar helps for everything. We talking about menstrual. Hold on. We thought I said we talking about menstrual cycles. We listen and we don't judge. Did your mother ever teach you to clean out your bloody underwear with vinegar when you was a kid?
Peroxide too.
Or hello.
Cold water and peroxide. You soak them in cold water first to get a lot of, like the majority of the coloring out and all the and it sets it. You have to do cold water and
vinegar. Get that shit. It's like magic.
Yes.
No bullshit. You pour it right on there. Yeah. Squirt it right on there.
That shit. It's
vinegar do the same shit.
Right
yep.
Yes. Vinegar.
I
love cleaning with that, but you want to know the dollar store has that whatever that brand is. That you got the daily shower, the countertops. It's a pink one, a yellow one.
That comes with vinegar in it.
And it comes with vinegar in it. It's so good.
I love it. I bought a half a gallon of vinegar. I got it for $1 from the dollar store. I just added to the.
I bought 2 different ones only because I like to clean my meats and stuff with vinegar. So I like to have my white vinegar for my meats. Yeah, you might as well get it.
That's why I get the half a gallon because I'm like I can use both. I can use it for both. I use the same vinegar literally. I just use it for both.
Yes.
So clearly I'm the only person in the room.
So it stinks, but I love my face loves it. It stinks so bad.
I love the way it feels
on my skin. My skin be so plump and nice and like juicy.
Clearly this is a wellness episode.
Yeah, it is. This is giving wellness.
It's giving wellness.
Join us, bitches.
Yes. So what do you guys do? Like if so we talked about like pain, like being in cramps, like things that you would do to help. Like anytime I have some like muscle things like do with the eucalyptus stuff, I pass that on to somebody else because I'm not finna go to the store and buy them because it's too far from me.
It's not.
The eucalyptus in the shower, the produce junction is too far from me. That's why I say I'm not going.
Sometimes you can find it in the market though.
Okay.
Or and you can order the drops. Is it that giant? You can order the drops too, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the essential oils.
Oh, I would like the plant. I didn't think they worked as strong as the plants.
No, the oil is strong.
It's straight from the plant. It's nothing else in it.
Yeah, the tear duct's gonna be. You be like, all right, let me.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't. So I'm being I don't
take your contacts out.
Well, bitch, you are the this bitch. She's the wellness friend.
I don't know everything.
I am Professor Clump. This bitch is fucking Richard Simmons. Okay, I need acupuncture.
Hey yo,
this bitch already at the gym, spandex, polyester. Ooh, eating plants and shit.
I haven't been to the gym in a while. Sorry, because I'm about to go back.
I am the only friend out of every friend group that I know a guy that still eat pork.
Yeah.
Literally.
You gotta graduate. Nigga.
I'm not graduating shit, bitch. We all gonna die, bitch. I'm gonna die happy like I fucking told y'all.
Okay, Hannibal.
Okay? Pork fat.
We never even got to the topic.
We did.
No, we didn't. We didn't read all the details.
I'm sorry, I apologize if I didn't know that wasn't your intention. We
started
going off on a tangent with the different things that we wanted to do to help.
Okay,
so what else did you want to do?
We listen and we don't judge. Menstrual cycle addition. So some of the first things.
Some of their shit.
I envy girls who don't experience period pain. God has clearly picked his favorites. What do you mean your period just comes and goes without your body turning into a war zone? You don't shiver. You don't see stars. You're one of God's favorites, and you should never forget it. Shout out to Yetunde Amobolande.
That's me. Low key, I'm one of the guys. I mean, I don't go through a whole bunch, so yeah.
I do, honestly. And for me personally, the way I be so tired beforehand, because I'm so in tune with my body, I know it's like the week before. Yo, I was in training the day before my period, and I thought I was going to die.
I don't count that. I guess because I'm so used to it.
No, your body's going through cycles at that point. You have to, as a woman. Yes, you do.
I mean, I know I'm going through the cycles. I know that, but I guess again because I'm so big. When I say I'm so used to it, meaning like it don't feel the same now as it used to when I wasn't aware of them or wasn't paying attention to them as much. So I'm just like, all right, I know what's coming. It's not to the point where I'm just like, all right, I can't deal with what I'm doing. So I guess I don't feel like in those moments they fuck me up as bad.
No. Yes.
You what?
Yes. Look at me right now. I'm ovulating right now. Yes, ma'am. I do. And I feel that shit direct. I feel it down in my bones. It gets very intense. And let me tell you, and when my PMS pains was so bad the other day, and it wasn't even like I was having cramps or anything like that. Wasn't even that. Because I've been very active. When I'm not active, I get the most cramps. It's that lower back pain that really kills me. And the nausea.
The thing.
That's the nausea. Bitch, I was ready to slap everybody the other day. I was like, oh my God, I cannot with this training. I'm like, what is going on with me? Like, I felt miserable. Literally. I ain't gonna lie. I physically needed to sleep. I noticed that. Before my period comes on, I cannot be outside doing a whole bunch. I need to literally sleep and have like a good night's sleep before my period come on. Cause that once that shit come on, and it came on directly the first thing in the morning.
It's not sleep. I don't want to be bothered.
My
emotional, right? Like my mood swings. Now I ain't gonna lie. That physically, I think that's probably why I'm like, well, no, it's not that bad. Because I'm thinking more so about physically, emotionally, and mentally. Oh, bitch! Now that's my war zone.
I suffer with both.
Yeah. Day 2 of the period is actually the worst. Yeah. Day 2 is the worst.
I suck it up.
And no matter how long or short your period lasts.
Day 3, what? Reason, mine don't be nothing. Day 4 and 5, I don't bleed at all. Yeah. Literally.
So 4
It'd be like when I go to use the bathroom, it's nothing on the napkin, but when I go to, clean myself off, I can see something, but it's not nothing crazy. Yep. But day 4 and 5 are always like that for me. It's only day 3 when when it's actually touching my sanitary stuff.
Same.
Not to be like super,
I mean, this is that addition that we are in. So again, stuff. Men or women, if this is too graphic for you, I don't know why it would be.
We're just trying to figure this shit out.
Because rather, if you
God's favorites have no symptoms and have a period less than 5 days. Because honestly, I consider myself blessed because I don't. My cycle is 5 days, but I don't consider it 5 days because for the simple fact that after 3D, it's not a consistent situation happening.
And there's so many different symptoms and scenarios that you can have.
Yes.
With surrounding a menstrual cycle.
Yes.
I mean, I ain't gonna even lie. When it comes to our menstrual cycle alone, I totally hear men when they be like, I'm glad I'm not a woman.
I hear them too.
Like literally, just with what we deal with that, between this and pregnancy, they just be like, yeah, I'm cool with not being a woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all bitching just off of that? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to handle it.
Right. Honestly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't be able to handle it. Like they bitches for real.
Yeah, and they body and they minds.
Right.
For real.
Mind, body, and soul.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Mind, body, and soul. All three. The Trinity. Bitches. Bitch 1, bitch 2, and bitch to the third power.
Honestly, and this is to acknowledge the women who do deal with very heavy periods. Mm-hmm. Not only just in the beginning, meaning like the first significant 1 to 3 days, but like the entire cycle. Because there are women in my family who deal with that. I myself do not deal with that. I never have. Even before, during, and after birth control, I have never dealt with dealing with a heavy cycle. So for me to be that conscious,
you should deal with what cycle?
Heavy cycle. I've never had a heavy cycle on, during, or after my being on birth control. So for a woman to have to deal with that level of always being conscious about yourself and bleeding through stuff, it's crazy. I've had coworkers
within an hour or I'm like, that's extremely
I was getting my
feet
done back in March. No bullshit. And I just went to the same salon the other day to get my toes done. When I was getting my feet done, this girl was next to me doing this other girl's feet. When she got up, she had blood on the back of her pants. And I don't speak Vietnamese, so I couldn't tell the girl. So I leaned down when she got. I'm like, because she walking back to her. Nobody's telling her that she got blood on her pants. You know.
Oh wow! Nobody said it.
No, nobody said it. So I was just like, yo, tell your friend like that. She got some shit going on in the back of her pants, whatever like that. I just want to make sure she's cool. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they was just letting her walk around like that.
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah, shit like that. See, I can't imagine walking around thinking that that's going to happen to me all day throughout the entire day. Some women do go through that. So I'm just acknowledging the queens who go through that.
Which is why some women actually take off work during the weeks of their cycles because it's that bad.
I was at a point when I noticed that my body was going through a change for at least 6 to 8 months straight. The first day or two of my period, if I wasn't working remotely, because I've been hybrid for the past 7 years now. If I wasn't on my remote day, and I could be hybrid, where it's like, all right, I might have to go out and do a certain amount of things, but if I could be home in the comfort of my own, doing documentation, that's better than me having to be in the office where I'm not comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, so like getting to deal with that, it's been a big thing.
Because I like to walk around just with my drawers on in the robe.
And them period panties, don't sleep on them.
Nope.
I'm sorry. Even the girls who, honestly, I was on Threads the other day, and there was a particular thread that talked about like women, the things that women do to avoid having an accident on their cycles. And some women admitted that because they bleed so heavy, they put
extra pair of shorts on.
Not even just that. They actually fold paper towels or like absorbent material, and they'll put it like down in the back of their pants, like, fitting in the crease, in the crack, just so that, because when you're moving around, even if you don't bleed heavy, like if you're a person like myself who you can feel your uterus literally contracting.
Yeah.
And even though it's not a lot of blood coming out, it's like it'll go everywhere because your uterus is just like.
I'm not gonna lie. If I got that bad, that's a lot of work. I would just get adult Depends.
Some people do, but some people just don't want to wear them, so that's another alternative.
Yeah, fuck all of that. I'm putting on.
They'll just put like paper towels, and it's like
not to say that I wouldn't already go through the, the pad process. I still would do that, but instead of doing the paper towel, my extra layer would be the Depends.
Yeah, some people just. I don't know. I guess it's a mental thing with some people. They don't feel comfortable.
I don't give a fuck. It's like putting on drawers. It's like putting on drawers.
With the little paper towel on the back, and go about their business instead of putting on.
It's like putting on a little pair of booty shorts, baby. Little cotton.
Some people even do a sanitary napkin going this way in the back.
It's a cotton booty short. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole lot of work.
One going this way, and then one going.
It's not going to always stick, which is why I would personally do. Because I've actually had a situation. I do remember, again, not to get too graphic, but I remember being out
and get y'all some boxer brief shorts for your period.
I was actually just about to say that I have a pair of briefs, and I remember being out. I think I was at work, and I did that, like the makeshift with that sticky is not sticky enough to be doing all that on the back of pants and shit like that from no fucking pads. Put on fucking Depends. Y'all wasting a whole lot of pads. For some shit
if you cut it and use it the right way, it will.
Again, that's a whole lot of work. For something I can put on my drawers that are already in line with my pen and just put on Depends on top of it.
Okay.
That's a whole lot of extra work for nothing. Like they already have.
It don't have to be for nothing. I mean,
not
I guess
for nothing, but I'm just like you just put works. I'm about working smarter and not harder.
It's not hard if you already buying pads and it is what it is, and you can use.
If I gotta go cut half and all that, I'm not about to go. Well, once you fucking cut it, what the other half gonna be used for? You can use it.
You can use it. You can use it the next time you put something on. You can.
I'm not. That shit is my thing is about the sticky part. No, my concern is the sticky part. I don't think it's gonna stay the whole time you need it to stay. That's what my biggest concern is. Because I've done that with a pair of boxer briefs with the whole makeshift stick, and I'm like, it did not stick all the way around. Like it didn't stick how I needed to, bitch. Put on a diaper. Put on the bill.
I don't need one. I'm sorry. I don't believe.
I don't need one personally. But anyway. But I'm just saying for those who do need one. Yeah, what I'm describing is not what I need. I'm not talking about myself, but for my sisters who do. Sisters, how y'all feel?
And that's no shade, but
I'm not shaming or shading nobody. Absolutely. Because if I need to depend, bitch, I'm going to put it on.
Put it on, right.
I'm going right to Walmart.
Be dry and calm.
And buy me, yes, bitch.
What else do they say? What else do we go through?
We go through a lot of things. The things that we wear, the medicine that we take. Some of that Dom mentioned earlier about exercising. If you are a person
sweet
who exercises,
and feeling guilty.
Yeah, it's some of those. I don't feel guilty about my sweet cravings. I have a chocolate and cheese craving every single time.
And some women talk about the numb leg thing. I wasn't introduced to numb legs until the end of my 20s.
That happens.
Can we talk about that? Numb legs. A lot of women that I know experience that with their periods where they're numb from literally the mid to lower back to all the way to like the top of where the back of their kneecaps start.
Oh, I never experienced
and it hurts them sometimes too. It'll be numb, and then once they get cramping and stuff like that, it hurts them. Like it's like, oh my God, it's agonizing. I've had that happen to me before, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is this new symptom shit? What is this new symptom shit? I feel like that's with 30s. But one of my friends told me, they experienced that the back of their legs just be fucking numb as shit, and they be like, I'm going through it, like, bad. And society doesn't add. Society adds to it, and the reason why I say this is insanity. To think about the amount of pain that I go through, and to think about the fact that regular ibuprofen 6 and 800 doesn't work for my cramps. None of that shit works. It's like fucking eating a Jolly Rancher and saying, "Okay, help me with my cramps." None of that shit work. Can you hear me? Listen to me. None of that shit works for my cramps. None of it. So when you go to the doctors and they tell you, oh, take a Motrin 600 or take a Tylenol, something like that, and you just looking at them like, bitch, I just told you. The only reason I'm mentioning this to you is because I've tried that before. I've tried OTC, over-the-counter prescription drugs. It does not work. I'm asking you for another remedy. It's cool. That's why I tell my girls, get into the herbal teas and shit like that. It really do help.
That's exactly
the soaking in the tub with the Epsom salt and all that.
It's nothing more, and realistically, it's nothing more over the counter that they're going to be able to give you without prescribing you actual pain medication, without crossing the line.
That's what we be looking for.
But again, without crossing the line ethically, they're not going to give it to you because you come in only in. Not to be on the doctor's side, but to them, it's like if you describing this to me, but it's only because of your period. This is medicine that we prescribe to people who are experiencing X, Y, Z, or who have these diagnoses.
That should tell you something. Then
so we can't give this to you
something because
but
this
you know
is a
the medical field has their own, shit.
Huh? I think that's my problem.
You said what?
I feel like it depends because if you this color, they prescribe it.
Yes, they are.
They prescribe it more than over the counter.
I had a doctor tell me, and he never saw me after this. He told me, "You're strong, aren't you?" I wrote the longest complaint ever in my life because don't you ever fucking tell me I'm strong.
Sometimes it absolutely
I
is.
literally be biting a bullet on my period.
Thing. Like I'm not about to take the liability because you coming in here talking about some menstrual shit. And the only time I get prescribed this medication if somebody got cancer. Like sometimes it's the ethical or a liability thing on their end. But I agree with you with the whole race thing because again. No shade, but the white tears work, unfortunately.
Me personally, I just feel like the pain is so bad. If I'm telling you that my regular over-the-counter stuff is not working for me and I'm taking it in excess, like I'm taking like 600 milligrams and 400, 4 hours later, I'm taking 600 more milligrams and it's literally only taking the edge off. And I'm still walking around in pain when you can't function right. I need people to know that because that's why I'm glad that she mentioned that because the way we really walk around all day long like everything is fine and it's not really, it's crazy.
They're also, again, and not taking up for the people in the medical industry, but they also come from the mindset of everybody's tolerance for pain is different.
It is. But if I'm telling you,
sometimes you got somebody coming and describing the pain the same exact way that you're describing it, but realistically, you're not feeling it the same way. But somebody who's not you can't tell you how you feel.
That's what I think.
So that's where the patient is coming from. Like, you can't tell me how. And sometimes patients are not telling the truth.
They aren't.
About how they feel again, which is another skepticism that doctors have to come from. Yeah,
but I think
come from certain things, especially when you're not talking about something that's and when they think about our periods, it's not our periods are the medical diagnosis. We're just women, and that's just something we go through.
Yeah, but
being a medical doctor, being a male or female doctor, like they don't look at that
and
as
it's
something.
Sad, and it's so sad
because it's a regular thing to them.
It's sad that it's been deduced to that because honestly, we have literally a portal between our legs. We literally have a fucking portal between our legs.
If you think about it,
and I don't give a fuck how long you've been on your period.
They don't really know. They didn't really realize that until recently. I feel like they just discovering how sensitive the vagina and the female body is just as recently as 2025. I feel like y'all discovered what cancer was before y'all figured out how sensitive the vagina was and how the female reproductive system was. That's just how I feel, and I feel like that's why we get the response that we get, and you feel like, oh well, it should be second nature by now. Yeah, we think so because we've been on Earth for fucking forever. But when you think about the technicality and the Scientology behind things, like no, they're just figuring certain fucking things out. They're not going to believe everything that comes out of our fucking mouths until a certain number of us reach a fucking peak where it's like, oh shit.
And just like every birth is different, every cycle is different.
100,000th of a person, like, oh okay, yeah, this many people have dealt with it now, so now we got to start paying. That's the only time they start paying attention to stuff, when a certain amount of people have hit the limit of experiencing
color
things.
Of people have hit the
that
limit.
Too. Both of those things have a fucking factor, but until the color and the number
and the rate of women who are our color who have been getting fibroids before the age of 50 or by the age of 50 has been outlandish within the past decade. It has been outlandish. And to say that women have been going to their doctors their whole lives, getting their uterus checked, getting their pap smears, going to get their well women visits, and nobody has been finding anything has been more than mind-boggling to me.
That's my point. They're just figuring out how fucking sensitive the reproductive system is for women in 2025. Again, they figured out so much. They figured out the HIV shit before they figured out the fucking reproductive system for women. And that's why we're still going through the shit we're going through. It just is what it is. Exactly. But that's part of what I'm saying. You're supporting part of my argument. Women are the only people who go through that, who have this reproductive system, who go through this shit. Everything else, cancer, all that shit. Men can get all of that. So of course they gonna figure out a fucking solution to that shit first. Because everybody else because men can get that shit too. Mm-hmm. When it comes down to just us.
Men, when they get a little procedure, which is a little procedure,
mm-hmm.
they get put under. Mm-hmm. Whereas us,
we have to ask to get put under.
That we go through down here.
Alive.
Wide awake.
At the very least, when I always say that, at the very least, you should be fucking numb when you're getting the pap smear. I don't think nobody should just go through feeling that and just be regular. I don't care what nobody
has
say.
Never hurt me, but it's uncomfortable to the point where I can understand that if it's uncomfortable for me, someone who's more sensitive to me than me may be feeling actual pain.
It's not a comfortable process. Exactly, I say it's not a comfortable process.
So that's where I come
it goes
from.
It goes from uncomfortable to extremely painful to people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
and don't let them be needing to take that.
I feel like a pap smear is only a half a step from a fucking biopsy or an abortion. I feel like a pap smear is just is right under an abortion. I feel like you just giving me an abortion while I'm awake. Somebody let me know.
Cutting my damn shit. Don't cut me. All right. Well, are we off topic? I'm sorry.
We not. We right on it.
We right on it. All right. Cool.
But
women, if you had any experiences where you felt like you were like misrepresented or medical professionals weren't cognizant or like curious or attentive to your needs, thoughts, wants, and your feelings in regards to receiving service from a provider, let us know. Share your experience. We want to talk about it. We're here because honestly, Black women get treated very, very disrespectfully in the medical healthcare field at a disproportionate rate than other races. And, you know, this is a thing. So here we are. Let us know. Anyway, so beyond that, because we've already spoke about that, you know, if you have any other gripes or if you notice anything about your period in this era of your life, as we are women in our 30s now, share it with us. Let us know, because we thought we were just going crazy, but it's not us going crazy. And to be honest, there's a lot of studies and a lot of conversations around the food, the hormones in it, and how perimenopause is affecting women our age range very much so earlier. And then you have doctors looking at you and saying to you, well, I don't know why you're experiencing that, because that happened to me. And I'm like, I know for a fact I've had hot flashes. And you're standing here telling me that you don't know why this is happening to me, as if you aren't a part of the same society that I'm a part of. You don't read these same ingredients. You don't eat the same food. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. I was pissed off that day, but this is where we are. Up. Yeah. But those hormones really do add to the reason why we go through and feel things the way we do. They do. They really do. So we need to be mindful about what we're eating.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We know the food fucked up. That's what I mean. Like the hormones in the food. We know the food fucked up.
It is. So like, be mindful about it.
And everything fucked up. I don't give a fuck if you vegan or not. Everything fucked up. If it's man-made, if it came from the ground, farm, earth, agriculture, it's all fucked up. If you don't believe the shit that's raised in the farm, how you gonna believe some shit that's made by man? It just makes no fucking sense to me. Everything is fucked up, so you just have to be careful. Just treat your body as best as you can. Like I always say, shit, clean your food as best that you can when you prepare it, and pray over it. And God willing, God bless you. I'll see you on the other side.
Period.
That's how I feel about it. That's why I still eat pork. You're not gonna tell me what to stop eating. Remember I mentioned that earlier. Like I'm one of your only people everybody know in my life that still eat pork. I'm not gonna stop eating. I'm gonna die happy. Okay? I'm gonna fry my shit in the grease, smother it hard. Thank you.
Die happy, friend.
Deep fried grease.
We stayed on that for a long time, so we're just gonna skip right into the reality check. So, listen.
Oh, that's gonna be quick on my mama.
Do y'all care? Let me ask y'all. This is a reality check.
Dime, I want you to answer this, please.
Do y'all care as a woman, as a real bitch, as a real stand-up bitch who take care of her kids, whether you got them or you don't, whether you pay your own bills or you got a sugar daddy, whatever, you going to school, you got a full-time job, you making sure that you rise into the motherfucking occasion, bitch. You making sure that you moisturize, you cleanse, you detox the guards. Your skin is clear, your teeth is white. Okay,
listen, me.
Yes, the curls is flourishing, and a sugar daddy rolled up on you and said that he want to be on your hip. Okay, and let me ask you a question.
But his mom.
Do you care? Not even just a sugar daddy, someone that you like. Do you care if his mom likes you or not? Be specific about like. Be specific about not. Be specific about your own experiences, because I'm gonna tell you from a person who went through this, I'm not dealing with no man that's scared of their mom, especially if she gonna be the driving force in his life. I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with you. If your mother is a driving force in your life and you're scared of her and you feel like her thoughts, even though she don't know me from a can of paint and she hasn't been around for our relationship, you feel like you're gonna listen to everything she has to say, that's on you. I thought you would do that. Thank you.
Fuck no, I don't care.
Thank you. That was a short break.
I was holding that for a long time.
I'm thinking it's so.
She sound like a stick of dynamite over here. Looney Tunes. She's crazy as shit. Yes, crazy. Fucking crazy.
I think it depends.
On what?
What does it depend on for you?
No, it depends on what type of bond he has with his mom.
Let me tell you something. I don't do mama's boys. I don't do mama's boys, and I do not care if your mom don't
whether you like her or not. Let me be clear on that. Right. Whether you like her or not, because that's between y'all. I'm my own grown ass woman.
Period. And I got my own
grown ass parents. Okay? And my parents
I'll be the first person to tell you I got my own mama, bitch.
And she already enough to deal with.
Hello? And I'm enough daughter. Trust me, I don't think you want me. Okay?
Yeah.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, I talked to a guy because I feel like, mamas love me.
I don't think mamas give a fuck about me because I don't give a fuck about them.
It was one particular mom though that I could tell, like that was her like baby boy.
Oh gosh.
I took a step back.
I would have to.
I took a step back quick.
I would have to.
And he didn't know who it was. He didn't know who it was.
Because I don't feel like I had the right to step in between them two. Yeah.
I looked at, I peeped it twice. I checked it. I peeped it twice. I didn't even tell him it was his mama. I just took it.
I get it. Because to me, your parents are like your children. I'm not competing with your parents and I'm not competing with your child. So in that aspect, I don't feel like if this is something that you allow and that you accept,
like they come before me.
Exactly. So if this is now, unless I'm your wife, exactly. Now when you get married, that's the only time you cleave your parents and go to your wife. Unless we there, I don't expect you to get what I'm saying. But if you looking to be there with me, I do expect you to step up in some sort of fucking way. But I'm not going to be the person to tell you or to be the person to do it. If I have to hint to you to do it, if I have to tell you to do it, you ain't the person for me. Because if I got to step up to Mama D.
Because if you don't be there.
Right. Then that means you don't got a problem with it. So I already know that's not the situation for me. I'm going to just, like you said, step aside. And I'm going to let y'all do y'all. And I'm going to make room for somebody who is accepting of that.
Right. Okay. Talk your shit.
You feel me? I don't do mama's boys. I don't do mothers, men who hate their mothers either. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I don't do men who hate their mothers either.
That shit's scary.
And I don't do overbearing mothers.
Or scary.
Yeah, overbearing mothers, mama issues, and men who hate their mothers is that those three? Absolutely
I've
not.
met men who have big and small mommy issues, and either one is just like it's tricky.
It's,
to deal with, depending on what your situation is. It's very fucking tricky. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your healing? Let's align.
Hello? Because if you still got this going, that mean that bitch ain't healed. I mean, I gotta come in this family. I gotta deal with you and this bitch. I have to slay the head of the snake. I don't want to have. Listen, one thing I don't want to have to make you do is bury your mother while you with me at that. That's enough to fucking go through while you with somebody that have to bury. We talked about that before. Somebody having to bury a parent or a parent while you're with them.
Sleep, bitch.
But I don't want to be the cause of it, you know.
Me neither, honestly. I feel where you're coming from.
Because, baby, the way I'm going to run me my pressure up.
Your great aunt, your great niece, your great uncle, all of them.
No, let's go ahead and rip this up because I'm about to say some shit that
I know, yeah.
Because you over here slaying the fuck out in the spirit, and I am.
It's all right. I'm not mad at you.
You know what?
I'm not mad. Mm-hmm.
So in the reality check, clearly those of us sitting on the couch, you can't. Hopefully, you have an easygoing mother. You know, if you're dating us, hopefully. Hopefully we can all get along.
But they're also not very easily wild people.
My parents aren't overbearing at all.
At all. Like my dad could give a fuck less.
Like they're not gonna let you run over their child, but they did. They said they don't give a fuck less.
Yeah,
they don't want it.
They
want to know that you're okay, right? But they want to know that you're decent as a human being. Yes. But outside of that, like they not gonna just be.
There's no major.
Right. They gonna exactly because they know their child. They're gonna let me make the decision. Exactly. My parents always said it about me. I know my children. Oh, I know. Turn me.
Tell me.
No. Duval. We can Duval. The shout out to little Duval day. Jackson do Duval day. Yeah, I'm trying to go Duval day. July. You just said we got the July 4th.
No, we already got a set.
Yeah, something we got the July 4th.
Come.
Duval, shout out to Duval. We finna be outside.
My dad has 70 mosquito bites, but anyway. But yes.
I gotta take my Zevo with me.
So we want to make sure we are. But yes, that was definitely a good episode. I feel like we talked about.
We didn't went from periods to mamas.
Yes. Period mamas.
That's gonna be this episode name. Period mamas. Period, comma mamas.
Thank you for coming to join us. We love you so much.
I'm about to go eat this rape. I'm about to go tell them this rape.
These Popeye spicy rape good as shit. Check your mom, check your grandma, check your great aunt. Get you some black and ranch on the side. Tell them I sent you. Thank you.
God bless y'all. And
like, comment, share,
the month
subscribe.
Is almost over. Another holiday coming up.
Ooh, July 4th. And we're not going to be here for July 4th. Thank you. I'm going to be outside.
Yeah, I want my week left.
Have a good day. Have a good night. Bring your drink. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Good night.